Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. How are you doing? I hope 2019 is going great for you so far. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my nail polish picks for the Pantone color of the year 2019. I'm assuming most of y'all know, but in case you're not aware, the color of the year is Living Color, and it is a fantastic coral shade. I'm gonna read a little bit about what Pantone has to say about this color. It says that it is a vibrant yet mellow. Living Color embraces us with warmth and nourishment to provide comfort and buoyancy in our continually shifting environment. Sociable and spirited, the engaging nature of Pantone Living Color welcomes and encourages lighthearted activity, symbolizing our innate need for optimism and joyful pursuits. There's obviously a lot more to this color. I'm gonna go ahead and link Pantone's website in the description box for you guys in case you're interested in reading more about Living Color. I personally enjoy reading it. I'm really fascinated by how people derive inspiration from color. So if you're interested as well, I'll leave Pantone's website in the description box for you. Last year, I did a very similar video. I did my nail polish picks for the color Ultraviolet. I'll link that video in the description box for you today. I have a few colors to go through, as you can see by my swatch wheel here. This is what Living Coral is to me when I saw that picture from Pantone. I do want to add, I guess, a disclaimer. We all see color different, so what I perceive as Living Color might not be what you perceive, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Also, to me, coral is like the perfect color in between orange and pink. So, you know, with that in mind, and of course with Pantone's picture on the side, these are my polish picks. Let's go ahead and get started. The first one that I have to share with you, as you can see, it's the most orange of them all. And it is one of the oldest polishes in my collection. Sorry, I had to grab it. This one is from Avon, and it is in the shade Coral Beat. I'm not sure if you can perceive it with my ring light, but this polish has a very decent feel line. I've had this for a while. This is part of my original collection. I think I have better options for Living Coral coming up. This one was the most orange of them all, but it was still a really nice formula. 2 coats to be fully opaque. It had a really nice glossy finish, and I enjoy wearing it. I did not add a top coat for this one because the glossy finish was really nice, and I was watching that day, so you know, just for ease of application and removal, I decided not to add a top coat, but it still looks pretty shiny, really nice. If you want to go more on the orange side of coral, Coral Beat by Avon is a good option. Next up, I have this beautiful polish from LOreal. This is in the shade Tangerine Crush. Now, I'm fully aware that LOreal is no longer readily available here in the United States, but I still wanted to encourage you to shop your stash, and that if you own this polish, this might be the year to pull it out and play with it. Now, the formula on this one is a little thin. It did take 3 coats to be fully opaque, and it is on the orangey spectrum of coral. It is this one right here. And when you compare it to the Avon, as you can see, it's a lot lighter. Quick bottle comparison, this one's just slightly darker. This one has a thin formula, like I said, 3 coats to be fully opaque. The first one's very streaky, the second one's still kind of streaky. That third one's gonna even things out for you. It does have a nice glossy finish, however, I did add a top coat to this one. Next up, we have this one, and I'm gonna cover this two for now because these two are honorable mentions in this video. So we're just focusing on this 5. As you can see, it is the one that has more pink out of the 5, and that is this beautiful polish from OPI. It is in the shade Time for a Napa. Although this polish was very pigmented upon application, on the first coat it was very patchy. On that second coat, I got most of my nails to be fully opaque, but that's because I was very careful. Now, I've mentioned it multiple times here on my channel before, I maneuver my polish a lot. So as soon as I saw how bad that first coat looked, I really had to take my time with that second coat, which gave me a positive result. Most of my nails were opaque in 2 coats. However, on my notes I have that on my ring finger, I did have to apply a 3rd coat because it just wasn't even enough. So I don't think it's one of the best formulas from OPI, but if you're more into pinky corals, you're really gonna enjoy this shade. It is a pretty color nonetheless. Nice glossy finish, just like most OPI polishes do. On my swatch picture today, you're gonna see mostly 2 coats, but on my ring finger it has that 3rd coat, with the top coat of course. The next couple of polishes I'm very excited to share with you because I feel like they are like spot on living color. Again, we all see color differently, but to me, this is the one. And if you have it, I highly recommend you pull it out this year. Another one from OPI. This is in the shade Live Love Carnival. Here's a quick bottle comparison. This is Time for a Napa and this is Live Love Carnival. And as you can see, Time for a Napa is much lighter. It definitely focuses more on the pink spectrum, whereas, let me see if I can do this with the Avon. Here's another quick bottle shot comparison. Again, this is Live Love Carnival, Time for a Napa, and the Avon one. You can clearly see this one has more orange and this one has more pink. Live Love Carnival lies right in the middle, which is why this is my top pick for Living Coral. I really enjoy this shade. It's very, very vibrant. To be honest, my swatch pictures do no justice because it's a very vibrant color. It did take 3 coats to be fully opaque as well. The formula was streaky, so you do need those 3 coats to even things out. I hadn't worn a coral for the longest time. I remember wearing this a while back. Again, it's part of my original collection and it has a fill line. But I can't remember the last time I wore a coral prior to this week that I've been swatching these polishes. So playing with corals definitely brought a few things to light. Number one, that the formulas are a little difficult. And number two, that corals stain me. My nails got really stained, which I was not expecting from coral. Do any of you guys deal with staining when it comes to corals? I was very surprised when I saw that. Live Love Carnival is beautiful, it's vibrant, it's an amazing color. My top pick for Living Coral, and on my swatch picture today, you're gonna see 3 coats with the top coat. Next, I want to share with you the polish that I'm wearing. And if you look here on my swatch wheel, you would think that I swatched the same polish twice. Well, I didn't. They're actually different. This right here is Live Love Carnival. And the one right here is the one that I'm wearing, which is from Essie. And here is the bottle. As you can see, this one does have a shimmer. And it's in the shade Sunday Funday. Now, the shimmer, it's clearly more visible here on the bottle than it is on the nail. Even on my swatch pictures, it was very hard to capture that shimmer. Now, today's cloudy, so you know the sun's not out to bring it out. But honestly, I don't think that the sun will really help. I think this is one of those where the shimmer stays mostly on the bottle. It's just very subtle. And I wanted to include a shimmering coral simply because Butter London did it with their 3 releases that they have for color of the year. They released a cream, a glitter polish, and a shimmering polish. So I thought I'm gonna share a shimmering Living Coral polish as well. And Essie is basically the same base color as Live Love Carnival, which is why it's another top pick. The only difference is the shimmer, you guys. This is basically the same color, except this one has shimmer. On the nail, you can barely see the shimmer. So I don't think you need both. I think pick one. And if I had to pick one, I'll personally pick Live Love Carnival. It's just, you know, it delivers. You get what you see on the bottle. This one, you're gonna be like, where's my shimmer at? This is very pretty, very vibrant, very playful, just like Pantone described it. On my swatch picture today, you're gonna see 3 thin coats. The formula is very thin on this Essie, so you do need that 3rd coat. 3 thin coats for full opacity, but it looks gorgeous, and I did add a top coat. So those are my 5 nail polish picks for the color Living Coral. I want to share my opinion, my personal thoughts. I personally don't like coral. I think it's a pretty color. I can appreciate its beauty, but I don't think it's for me. I tend to gravitate more towards greens, blues, purples, but if you've been with me for a while, you know that. So my favorite way to wear coral, if I am gonna wear it, is add a little fun element to it. Sunday Funday is a pretty color, but I do have 2 other options that, in my opinion, are the ways that I'm gonna gravitate towards when I think of coral. The first one is a matte polish, and it is on the dusty side. So you can see, compared to all the other 5 options that I shared with you today, this one's dustier and it's a matte finish. I don't have a swatch picture for this polish. I just wanted to put it here on the swatch wheel for you guys since it's an honorable mention, but it had a much better formula than all of these polishes, so I'm happy about that. And that is from the Kylie Jenner collection. This is in the color Coral Reef, and it's from Sinful Colors. It's just perfect. I love that shade. I plan on wearing this very, very soon. If you're a seasonal wearer, I think like this kind of coral and a matte finish will be perfect for like the fall season. But the best way to wear a coral, in my opinion, is with the neon finish. Now that I have it here on my swatch wheel, when you compare it to everything, it looks very, very orange. But I think it still qualifies as a neon coral. Let me know your thoughts. And this polish is gonna make my camera go crazy, so I'm gonna stay back here. It is from Color Club, and this is in the color You Had Me at Aloha. And here is in the swatch picture. As you can see, it's just the beautiful neon. I only have 2 coats, and the formula looked really good, you guys. I mean, it evened out really nicely. No white undies, but then again, it is swatched on the white swatch wheel, so I'll have to wear it and get back to you guys. All right, guys, so these are my 5 picks for the color of the year, Living Coral. You know, 2 old ones and 3 that I think overall they're rarely available. I'm not sure if any of these 2 collections from OPI were limited edition, but you can always look on transdesign.com and, you know, and big website retailers to see if they have any of these coral shades available. I do want to encourage you guys to shop your stash and let us know in the comments below which one is your favorite coral polish to wear. As of right now, like I've mentioned, my favorite is definitely Live Love Carnival. I think it's perfect. I think it's vibrant. I think it's a beautiful color. But, you know, more than likely, I'm going to end up gravitating towards the neons and wearing those more often than this polish. Overall, I am very happy with my color wheel. Let me know in the comments below which one was your favorite from my picks. Thank you so much for spending some of your time with me. I really appreciate it. You will definitely be seeing more coral for me, because if you've been with me, you know that I have a coral polish in my project polish for this year. So, you know, looking forward to lots of coral manis this year as I use up that polish. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.